All right, so I'm asked all the time how long it takes me to open my CVT Mt Rainier. So what I figured we'd do today is open it up in real time. I'll give you guys some instructions and show you some tips and tricks along the way. All right, so let's start a timer and get going. So the very first thing you're gonna need to do is unhook these two straps here that are going over your cover. They're just Velcro, and you just unstrap them, pull them out. Then you have a zipper. This zips the cover on, so you'll just have to unzip it all the way around. Now, of course, depending on how your CVT is mounted will depend on how easy some of these steps are. I have no problem with mine mounted in the bed of my truck, just walking around and maneuvering around my tent. Now, as you come around here, what I recommend as a tip is do not completely unzip your CVT. Leave about 2 inches. Leave it about zipped up about 2 inches. That will make putting the cover back on a whole lot easier, especially in cold weather when your hands are cold. So now pull your cover off. Let your cover just fall off the end there. Now you're gonna have a strap on both sides of your tent. Go ahead, there's just a buckle. You just unbuckle it. So now your tent is free, and you can go ahead and unfold it. To unfold it, well, first of all, here's your spring rods. This is where I stow my spring rods. These are for the windows. We'll get to them in just a minute, but I'll just set them to the side. Grab your ladder. Your ladder will lock into place. Push down and back, and your tent opens right up, okay? So now, all I need to do is I'll fold down my corners here. Now I'll go ahead and grab 2 of my spring rods. And right here, I just grab my rain fly. And you have slits right here in your tent. You slide the spring rod into the hole. There's an aluminum frame in there, and there's a slit, and it acts as a hole. Slide your spring rod into there and just put it up. Now, if your tent's really high and you can't reach it, what an easy way to do is go ahead and hook your rain fly first, and then bring it up to the hole and shove it in that way. That's easier if your tent is higher. So at this point, I'm gonna stop the clock because the tent at this point is ready. You could camp. If you chose to, you could put spring rods in your other windows and open up your other windows. But depending on how many windows you want open, really depends on your personal preferences for how you want to use your tent that evening, whether it's cold, warm, whatever. But basically, it's just more of doing what I just showed you here. All right, so you can see that with my setup, it only took me under 3 minutes to get my CVT completely deployed. Now, depending on your vehicle and your setup, it may take just a little bit longer, but it's still just a really easy, quick setup. And I keep my sleeping bag and pillow up in my CVT all the time. So once it's open like this, I can pretty much just crawl in if I want. I may want to throw a couple extra pieces of gear in, but it's still a very simple and quick setup. Anyhow, I hope you guys found this video useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you got any questions or comments, please leave those down below. And if you're not subscribed to the channel and you like this type of video and other outdoor content, please do subscribe, and I'll see you guys again outside.